Yep. Okay, y'all. So here it is again, another night, and I got him on the phone still. So this is the third or fourth night. The third or fourth night that I'm on live and he don't know. But yeah, I agree. It is what it is. So I got him. I still got him on live and he don't even know. So we just gonna keep this series going. And he over here talking to himself. He aggravating. Like, what the fuck? Like, dang. But yeah, so, um, damn, shut up. Good gosh. The whole, okay, so y'all, when I first came on live, well, even before I came on live, I was trying to talk to him and he really wasn't even talking. So, as soon as I hit the live button, now he want to talk my head off. What's the point? Anyways, let's talk about relationships, y'all. So, relationships can be crazy. Relationships can be crazy, especially when you're in love or when you're trying to find love or when you've y'all, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted because of him. He doing too much. Yep, because he could die. Mm-hmm. Thank you for liking a live, love. But like I was saying, um, you could be in love with somebody, or you know, you could be trying to find love, or you've been hurt in multiple relationships that you were in the past, and then all of a sudden, you meet this person, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've never felt like this before with anybody. But it's like you're scared to be yourself and love again because you've been hurt so many times. But I've learned that you can't let your past relationships or anything that happened in your past affect your current or your future, because that's bad. I'm not gonna lie. Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate y'all. That's not right. That's not the right thing to do. Hi, how are you, love? It's not the right thing to do. And I've had to learn that, anything that happened in the past, leave it there. Hi, Star. You have to. Especially if you're trying to be loved and if you're trying to love somebody. You can't let what somebody else did in the past interfere with what you got going on, because that could be your one, that could be your person. But you're so into your head and so into your thoughts about a relationship that happened in the past that you're letting it, pull you away from something that's actually real. Hope your day has been good. It has. I hope yours was. He's sitting here talking to himself. So I had to learn it the hard way. I've pushed some good people away, some good relationships away, because of how I let things affect me that happened in my past relationships. And I brought it into that current relationship, and it was like, dude, like, you can't treat me like that. Like, so many of them had told me, you can't treat me like that. I'm not the one that cheated on you. I'm not the one that put my hands on you. I'm not the one that disrespected you. So why are you disrespecting me like I'm the one that did it? And then it's like, yo, I had to actually sit down and like think to myself, like, yo, he's right. I can't keep treating people like crap because of how somebody in the past did. That's actually messed up. So we gonna talk about it, y'all. Like, I think I'm gonna name this topic why you keep attracting the same man or woman and how to break the cycle. Hold on, y'all, because he's still going. Dang. Are you at the beach?
Yeah, there's a beach on there.
Ooh, that's lit.
I ain't got no fucking sniper.
Okay, now he doing too much. He doing too much. All right. So let's talk about it, y'all. How many of y'all keep attracting the same man or woman, but in a different body? That's been me. That's been me because in all my past relationships, they were all the same, but they were just in a different body. Like literally, they were different guys, but they all were the same in the sense of the disrespectfulness, them cheating, them putting their hands on me, them treating me like I was nothing, all of that. But they were different people. I've been there. So, they have the same face, different face, different height, different spirit, all of that, but just the same actions. So, I'm hoping that I could break cycles because I had to. Otherwise, I would have still been stuck in the same position that I was in 3 years ago. And that's messed up. Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate y'all. So, I'm not just talking. We're going to break the cycles. If you're tired of healing just to meet another lesson, I'm going to tell you that tonight. I'm going to help you. Are you single, dating, in a relationship, or confused? We're going to all be honest, okay? We're not going to pick and we're not going to settle. He literally still here talking to himself, y'all. Thank y'all for the likes. I really appreciate y'all. I don't understand how he don't realize that I'm on mute and I'm not talking to him. Okay, so we're going to be growing about the situation. We're going to be growing about this topic. And we're going to keep it peaceful and we're going to keep it cordial. Because a lot of people don't really like talking about their relationships because it's a touchy topic. Especially when people are in DV relationships. They get treated like very poorly. And it's a touchy topic. People get treated like crap all day, every day. I had to get out of that situation because multiple relationships in the past, I had to go through it. So some of y'all want husbands or wives, but y'all still entertain boy or girl behavior. How you want a man or how you want a man or how you want a woman, but you're still entertaining a boy or a girl. A man is not going to treat you like a boy would treat you. A woman is not going to treat you like a girl would treat you. It's two different categories right there. A man and a boy is different. A woman and a girl is different. Y'all got to keep that in mind. Some of y'all want leaders, but don't like being led. Y'all can't do that. Some of y'all say, I want soft love, but your nervous system is only recognizing chaos. Some of y'all saying, y'all want a sensitive guy or a sensitive woman or whatever, but then your nervous system is like, dang, I want a toxic relationship. You can't have a soft love and a toxic relationship at the same time. That's impossible. That is impossible. You cannot have a soft love relationship and a toxic relationship at the same time. It's not going to work. You got ate by a shark?
No.
That's crazy because when I used to play that, every time I used to swim in the water, I think it was the ocean or something, I used to get ate by a shark. That might not be an ocean. That's probably like a lake or a bay or something. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. But anyways, y'all, so yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta keep up with y'all and him at the same time. But it's my fault because I chose to do this. So the key teachings, like the key teaching points that I'm giving y'all. Trauma feels like chemistry, right? Consistency feels boring. Yeah, you're not. You're not gonna make it. When you're used to chaos, you don't attract what you say, you attract what you tolerate. So if you don't attract what you say and you attract what you tolerate, y'all, let me tell y'all this. You can say all day, I want love, like I want real love. I want a man or a woman that's gonna love me for me, that's gonna love me the right way. Okay, you want that, but you get with somebody that treats you the complete opposite, but you're willing to put up with it because you don't want to be single, you don't want to be alone. So you'll put up with what you really don't want just to feel happy or just to feel some type of I don't know, you just don't want to feel alone, so you don't want to be single. So you'll put up with something that's bad for you just because you don't want to be alone. That's bad. That is actually bad. We need to break that cycle, y'all. We need to break that cycle. If you want to be loved the right way, you can. Don't settle or don't. If you see red flags in the beginning, run. Don't sit there and ignore the first red flag and be like, okay, well, maybe I could change him or her, you know. Maybe I could fix them. Maybe they'll change for me, you know, stuff like that. You can't really do that because that's impossible. People will change for who they want to change for. This man he has not shut up yet. What the freak? It don't make you irritated or anything when you like constantly die like that. You be getting irritated though. So it let you start like pick up where you left off.
Well, I killed him, so I think he gave me time to go to my neutral. Yeah, it did.
Oh, okay.
That's good, though. Thank God. Yeah, I was too long to go through that.
That's crazy. Yeah. All right, y'all. So you gotta ask, like, no, for real. So you gotta ask, like, do you feel butterflies or peace? Do you like potential more than reality? Like, sometimes you gotta ask yourself questions when going into a situation. He need to chill. You gotta ask yourself questions before going into situations, y'all. We have to use our brain more. We have to. There's no way around that. Okay? So a trauma bond is when pain feels like connection, right? And the signs. Here, I'm gonna give y'all the signs. I'm gonna explain it again and then I'm gonna give y'all the signs. A trauma bond is when pain feels like a connection, okay? Now, these are the signs. You excuse red flags, and that's literally what I just told y'all. You cannot, for the love of God, you cannot ignore red flags. You cannot. That's one thing that you cannot do. Okay? Here's another sign. You feel addicted to them, like you feel like you're obsessed. You feel like you just attached, like so attached to them. Third sign. The lows are low, but the high are highs. And I've been through that in multiple relationships. Like it's like this one guy, he was from New York and he was such a sweetheart. Like I'm talking about, this man treated me like a queen. But when he got mad, it was a whole nother side of him that I did not like I did not want to see. It's like I was like I was beneath him. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he used to talk to me. He never put his hands on me or nothing, but it was just the verbal abuse. I was like, yo, I don't know. I cannot. And I explained that to him after I left him. And you know, he felt bad and he apologized like it wasn't you, it was from my past. And that's why I keep telling y'all, we cannot let the past interfere with what we got going. Leave it in the past. Yes, you may not be healed, but I feel like if you haven't healed from your past, you don't need to move on. You don't, because it's not going to do nothing but hurt the person you're with next. Or it's going to hurt you because you could actually have somebody good for you. But instead, you're pulling away from them. So that's your loss, right? All right. Do you feel anxious when they don't text? In my case, yes. I would feel some type of way. Why? Because it's like, you're consistent. I know you're not busy. I know you're just sitting around playing a video game or whatever you're doing. So why aren't you not texting me back? Then your mind gets to wondering and you get to overthinking. Oh yeah, I remember you had did something like that before. You was looking for the dirty window. This looked like the same mission. Hold on. It's up somewhere at the top too. I do remember that. But I don't remember what window it was. I think it's over there where the you see where that ledge thing is that's sticking out? I told you. I told you.
She gets now bites or bind the liver for a bad bite. 22 seconds, dude. He ain't no fucking way.
I told you. I remembered you doing that one. Cause I knew it like last time when you was playing it, it took you a while to find it, and then I think you looked it up,
Yeah.
and then we seen it. You better be glad I remember that. That's crazy. Hmm.
Failed.
Oh dang. All right, y'all. All right. So in the fourth one, you scared to leave even when you're tired. Y'all. This one really affects me because it's like you be with somebody and you fall in love with that person and you get attached to them and you feel like you're like that's your person. You feel so connected, and then they start doing crazy stuff to you, disrespecting you, not really putting their hands on you, not cheating on you or nothing like that, but I'm talking about like the disrespect, the verbal abuse, and all of that. So it's like at some point you have conversations with them and they're like, okay, I'm gonna change, I'm not gonna do this no more, I'm not gonna do that no more, and you believe them, so you give them another chance, but then it's like a repeating cycle. You keep getting called out your name, you keep going through verbal abuse, you keep getting disrespected, and it's like, man, I'm tired, I want to leave, and then you get up the courage to leave, and then it's like when you try to leave, they beg you to stay. Okay, after they beg you to stay, you stay, and then they keep putting you in there, the cycle again, keep disrespecting you again and again and again, and you get the courage to leave, and it's like, but I don't want to leave because it's like he or she is actually not a bad person. It's just that the disrespect. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. So you going back to the same place?
No, this is a different one. I think it's the last one.
Oh shoot, I don't know if I remember that one though. I'm gonna try. Okay, but that's how it be. So it's like you want to leave, but you can't. Like you feel like you need to be with that person.
Oh my God, he's on the fucking bike, man.
So yeah. Do you feel anxious when when they don't text? Yes. Do you feel relief instead of joy when they act right? Yes. True statement. Literally. Love feels safe, okay? Trauma feels intense. Love feels safe and trauma feels intense. That's how we think, y'all. That is literally how we think. Our type literally is a pattern. When we keep going over, like, keep picking the same people, they're different guys or different women, but they have the same type of attitude, the same type of everything. That's a pattern. It's like you're not choosing nobody different from what you had last time. So it's a pattern. So it's like daddy wounds, low self-worth, fear of being alone, wanting to fix people. I mean, you can't change somebody. Somebody will have to want to change for themselves. No matter how much we beg, no matter how, anything, we can't do that. Thinking struggle love is romantic. Struggle love is not romantic, y'all. Especially when you're not happy. It's literally not. Some of y'all don't want a partner. You want a project. Ooh. Some of y'all don't want a partner. You want a project. So, what's your type? My type is, all I'll be wanting is a man that's gonna treat me right and love me. Yes. I didn't hear you. That's all it is. Every mission you do, you gotta drive, literally. A lot. Like, leave me alone. Okay. Does your type have emotional intelligence? Does your type have money or just potential? That's things that you have to ask yourself. All right? Stop dating for sparks, y'all. Stop dating for standards. Just chill. Be normal. You know what you want in a relationship? You know how people always say, give people the same energy they give you? I roll with that all the time. Because I used to sit there and let people run over top of me all day, every day. I used to let it happen because I was too sensitive. Like, I just let everything go over my head. But then, once I, got tired of that stage and I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to go through this no more. I'm not going to allow no man to put me through this no more. So, anything that he did to me, I did back. Attitude, I gave it back. Literally. Literally. Whatever you doing to me, I'm going to do it back to you. Period. So, if you want a healed relationship, you got to become a healed woman or a healed man. If you ever need someone to talk to for real, I have private sessions, but we ain't going to talk about that. Because I like to go live and talk to y'all. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh. I'm just looking at, I thought you was ready to go off that hill. What the world? Stay on the road or something. Okay, anyways. All right. So, girl meets guy. He love bombs. He disappear. She chases. He comes back. Cycle repeat. Literally. Why do we accept crumbs? Why does bare minimum feel like effort when it's really not? Y'all gotta ask yourself those questions. We do not have to accept bare minimum. If that, like if you know you deserve more than that, you don't have to accept it. Literally, because we're used to earning love. You don't have to audition for a role God already assigned to you. You don't have to audition for a role that God already assigned to you. That's not what you're doing, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to raise standards quietly. We're going to stop explaining your boundaries to people. Anybody you end up wanting to be with, stop explaining your boundaries. Stop dating for validation. Heal before entertaining, literally. Like I said, before you jump into a relationship, heal from what happened to you in the past. That way, when you enter to your new relationship, you can go all in. You know what I'm saying? Not expecting anything. Because once you go in expecting things, you can let yourself down. Because you're going in with high validation and high boundaries and high standards, thinking that this person gonna really be something that they're really not. So did you, huh?
He said I gotta return his Michael to do this and that shit.
Yo, they got you just changing back and forth.
Yeah, you got to,
Yeah, I know. That's how you gonna beat it. Whatever. Okay. Boundaries are not attitude. It's not punishment. It's not being difficult. Boundaries are self-respect, protection, standards. So you ask yourself, what boundary do you struggle with? What boundary do you struggle with? Ask yourself that question. And when you ask yourself that question, make sure you answer it truthfully. All right? Healed girls and guys don't chase. They choose. Trace of healed dating, I'm about to tell y'all. You don't rush intimacy. You observe more than you talk. You don't overinvest early. And you walk away the first red flag. Because that's standing on business. You hear me? That's standing on business. That's letting them know, look, I'm not putting up with no BS. If you're not going to treat me the way I want to be treated or how I told you I wanted to be treated in the beginning, and you put on the front like you could, but the whole time you're not, I'm leaving. Like, I don't want to hear nothing. I'm not settling, okay? I'm not. Closure is a luxury, right? Self-respect is a requirement. So, would you rather be chosen or be peaceful? Yeah, I be putting you on mute because I'm watching videos. And I don't want it to be too loud in your ear because that could distract you. So that's why I be getting quiet. I'm still listening to you, but I'm just watching videos. I know, but you know how I am. I'm lying. It's not good, but he be doing too much. Okay, so would you rather be chosen or be peaceful? That's another question you have to ask yourself because you are in control of what you date. You are in control of how somebody treats you. You are in control of that. If you want somebody that's going to love you and treat you right, you're in control of that. So when you get into a relationship and that person is treating you disrespectfully and verbally abusing you, you're in control of that. You can leave. You can literally leave. If you're staying in that situation knowing that you're getting done wrong, you're choosing that. You know what I'm saying? You should want to be peaceful in any situation. Be peaceful. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask my man this and see what he say. Honey,
Yeah.
I got a question.
What?
Okay, it's not it doesn't have to be based on a relationship, but I'm just saying like in any situation, family, relationship, friendship, anything. Would you rather be chosen or be peaceful?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna break it down because it's like you would want to be chosen because it's like you want to know that that person choosing you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you want to be peaceful because it's like you don't want the toxic stuff. You don't want the drama. You don't want the overthinking. You don't want like things that a normal couple will go through. Like you always say, we argue about the simplest stuff that don't even need to be argued about. That's messing with your peace. That's messing with my peace. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, in that case, would you rather be chosen or be peaceful? It don't have to just be about us, baby. It could be about any like situation.
I'd rather be chosen, I guess.
Ooh.
But both is good too.
Yeah, both is actually good. Both is actually good because yes, I would want to be chosen because it's like, dang, if you ain't choosing me, then who you choosing?
Exactly.
You know, and I want somebody that's gonna choose me.
Yeah.
And peaceful. Like I actually want peace because it's like you always tell me, you should be my peace. Like vice versa.
Yeah.
It's good to have a peaceful relationship and not do all the arguing and all the drama and all the extra stuff because it's really pointless.
Yeah, it is.
All right, now let me go back on mute. I just wanted to ask you that question.
Okay.
That's it. Y'all see his answer? All right. So, we're going to recap. Stop dating potential. Stop trauma bonding. Heal before entertaining. Please, y'all. If y'all didn't catch anything from this lesson, heal before entertaining. Heal before you get into a situation, in a relationship, friendship, anything. Heal before you get into it. Anything that happened to you in the past, leave it behind you before you decide to really fully move on and be around like friendship. It could be with friendship, relationship, family ship, situationship, anything. It doesn't matter in any circumstance. Heal. Heal. That's it. Okay? You're not hard to love. If that's how you feel, you're not hard to love. It's not you. You know what I'm saying? You just been loving people who don't have the capacity. You just been loving the wrong people. It's not you. You know, a lot of people like to point fingers. No. I'm not pointing no fingers. Like, I'm not doing that. So, we don't beg. We don't chase. We don't compete. What we doing? We gonna elevate. All right? That's it. That's all. That's a mouthful. I mean, let me see what he's talking about. My elbow came off. Mhm. Ooh. Dang, okay. All right. Now, let's be real for a second. I want to ask a question, but I like to ask questions, but I can answer it myself. How many of y'all keep attracting the same man in a different body? Or the same woman in a different body? I know we went over that already, but y'all got to be honest with yourselves. Different face, different height, different name, same stress, all that. You feel me? But you have to break down the reality. You have to break the pattern. A pattern is something that keeps happening over and over and over again. For example, like when you keep saying you done with toxic men or women, but somehow you keep ending up stressed out, crying, and confused, that's a pattern. You still going through the same cycle. I remember I had a season where every man I talked to was busy, literally. Busy to text, busy to call, busy to plan dates, but never too busy to pop back up when they felt lonely. So it was like they only had time for me when they was bored or for their convenience. But I mean, when it was time to be a man or when it was time to be a boyfriend or any of that, they couldn't. Right? That's when I realized it wasn't just them. Something in me was allowing it. So I had to get rid of it. I had to let it go. I had to tell myself, girl, you being on a fool. You being stupid. You allowing people to treat you. You allow people to treat you like you don't want to be treated. You allow people to treat you like crap. You got to break that cycle. You got to have that mindset to finally break it. Okay? Single, dating, in a relationship, or it's complicated. You can answer if you want to. That's on you. But I am engaged. I am engaged. I don't know why I could not just say that just now. But that's weird. Okay? This might be, this might be a little sting for people. But, we got to get down to the nitty gritty. We got to hit the core of the problem. All right? So, what does attract mean? Attract means what keeps coming into your life. So, that's when I say when you attract the same men or the same women, it's like they have the same attitude, same attitude, same ways, same verbal abusiveness, same disrespectfulness, all of that. But they're just different people. So it's like you attract the same type of person, but they're different. But they're different people. So it's not what you post about. It's not what you pray for only. What you actually allow to stay. Like, what? That's not what we're doing. Okay? What does ready for mean? Ready for means, let me see how I can break it down. Ready for means what your mind, heart, and your standards are currently set up to handle. Okay? I could say it like that. For example, you could say you want a husband or a wife, but if you still entertain men or women who can't even plan a date, your life is showing something different. Literally. So you have to get to the core, like I said. You don't attract what you say, you attract what you tolerate. Literally. So, we're going to talk about trauma and how it feels like chemistry, okay? Trauma is old emotional pain that never fully healed, okay? Chemistry is that storm pool of butterfly feelings. Y'all know how it is when you feel like you're in love, you get nervous, and when you get around that person, you just feel butterflies in your stomach. You just feel like bubbly and stuff inside. So when you're used to chaos, it's a calm feeling and it feels boring, right? When you're used to inconsistency, peace feels suspicious, literally. So I remember talking to a guy And he was actually consistent, like very consistent. He texts good morning every day. He planned dates ahead of time, and he didn't disappear. And you know what? My brain was like, something's off. And y'all know what I called that? Overthinking. Overthinking. Whole time nothing was off. I just wasn't, used to the healthiness. I wasn't used to being in a relationship with somebody who actually cared. Right? So, consistency. Let's go over that. Consistency is same good behavior over and over and over and over again. Same good behavior over and over and over and over again. If your last relationships were roller coasters, your body might, confuse peace with lack of excitement. That could actually happen. Some of y'all don't want to admit it, but you missed the toxic one because they kept you emotional stimulated. Yeah, I'm okay. Are you? Oh. Yeah, for real. Before you die. Oh, he can't go. Oh. Wow. All right. But like I was saying, some of y'all don't want to admit it, but you missed the toxic one because they kept you emotionally stimulated. So we all know we always go back to that toxic one, and I don't know why. Like, we don't want a toxic relationship, but it's like we don't let go of the toxic. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird in a sense. Like, I don't understand why we're like that. It doesn't make any sense to me. So let's go over tolerate. Tolerate is what you put up with without leaving. So that means you're tolerating getting disrespected. You're tolerating getting verbally abused. You're tolerating somebody calling you out your name. You're tolerating how somebody treats you like crap. If he disappears for 3 days and you still respond, you tolerated it. That means you're okay with him going 3 days without talking to you. I'm not gonna be okay with that. Okay? If he never planned dates and you keep talking, you tolerate it. So if you've been telling him, I want to go on dates, can you take me out on a date? You take him on dates, but he don't take you on a date, and you've been wanting to go out on a date, and he doesn't, and you stay with him, that means you tolerated it. If he gives you bare minimum and you call it effort, you tolerate it. We're not supposed to be okay with bare minimum. Are y'all hearing me? You're not supposed to be okay with bare minimum. We cannot sit there and downgrade ourselves. You deserve so much better than what you're getting or what you go after. When are we gonna break the cycle? Come on now, I need y'all to understand. You said, do I remember Franklin?
Did you hear Franklin talking when Michael just called him?
No. So on every mission you gotta switch to a different one?
It depends.
Okay. Because, I mean, it has been some missions I've seen you have to change it, but it's not often, but
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, something is not quite right. Yeah, I'm sorry. My stuff went off. And I was like, what the heck? I'm gonna have to turn that heater off. It might be a little too hot or something. But okay, let's get back to business, y'all. Let's get back to business. Okay. This part right here, This is the one that wakes people up, literally. Trauma bond. I'm going to break it down for y'all. A trauma bond is when someone hurts you, but you still feel emotionally stuck to them. Pain plus attachment equals trauma bond. Okay? And y'all, we cannot excuse red flags. We cannot. I want y'all to get that in y'all mind, like instill that into y'all brain. We cannot we cannot, be okay with red flags. I said we can't excuse it, but y'all know what I mean. We cannot deal with red flags, okay? A red flag is a warning sign that something is wrong. That's a red flag. It's a sign that something is wrong. For example, you get in a relationship, well, you start talking to somebody and they're telling you all the things you want to hear, like, oh, I'm this such and such person. I'm going to treat you good. I would never cheat on you. I'm not going to disrespect you. I want to be with you forever, get married, have kids. I don't remember you getting that far last time.
Yeah, he's telling Franklin gotta get out of town or some shit.
Yeah, I don't remember you getting that far. Okay, like I was saying, they telling you all those things, and then you finally decide to give them a chance. As soon as you give them a chance, they switch up to a person that you don't even know. They're acting completely different from what they told you that they were going to in the beginning. That's a red flag. That is definitely a red flag. So, if your friends or family or anybody see the problem before you do, baby. Ooh. Thank y'all for the likes, man. I really appreciate y'all. Okay, so you ever had that one friend and they be like, girl or boy, I don't like him. And then you get to defending that man or that woman and you on payroll. You get to defending them like ain't nothing wrong with him. Like I don't see nothing wrong with him. And they get that feeling. It's like a feeling that they feel. Like they just feel the vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a vibe and they like, nah, something ain't right about him or something ain't right about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't think you need to mess with that for real. But the whole time you defending them, you like, nah, I mean, you're not thinking of him, like you're not looking at him like how I'm looking at him. Of course. You're the one that's, falling in love, you know what I'm saying, trying to be loved or whatever. Of course you're not going to see the signs. You don't see it. Because you feel validated because you're finally in a relationship and you're not alone. But they're telling you from experience, or they're telling you because they can see it. He or she is not right for you. Red flag number 2, you feel addicted to them. Emotional addiction. Feeling like you need their attention to feel okay. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. For example, you're not crazy. Your nervous system got used to the push and pull. So your nervous system is used to them talking to you every day, being around you every day, being in your face. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you feel like you need them, but in reality, you really don't. Okay? They text, you feel high. They disappear, you feel anxious. They come back, you feel relief. That's not love. That's emotional whiplash. Okay? That is definitely not love. If your relationship so this is red flag number 3. The highs are high, but the lows are lows. And I've already explained that to y'all before. If your relationship feel like, you crying, arguing, makeup, honeymoon, crying again, that's a cycle. That's not stability. All right? Red flag number 4. You're scared to leave even though you're tired. Okay, the real question, are you in love or are you just used to them? Are you in love or are you used to them? So, sometimes a lot of us don't even be in love. It's just that we're used to that person. You're used to them being around. Like, imagine you've been together with somebody for 2 years. You fell out of love with them. You lost feelings for them, but you're still with that person because you're used to them and you don't want to move on. You feel like having to move on and starting over with somebody else is going to be a hassle or something that you don't want to do. Then number two, you don't want to be alone. So instead, you stay with them because you're already used to them. That's not love. That's a red flag. All right? So, why do we keep choosing the same type of person? Your type might actually be your pattern in disguise, okay? Could be. So, I'm going to break down daddy wounds. Just in case did nobody catch when I said that earlier. Daddy wounds is an emotional hurt from father. You said what?
What kind of videos you watching?
I'm just watching like people make slime videos and stuff. Well, I was watching slime videos. Then I switched. Then I switched to this lady. She was doing a mukbang, and every time she was eating something, she wasn't really saying nothing. She just kept saying while she was eating the whole time. Yeah, I know it was weird. Then I started watching, like, you know how I know you've seen me watch it before, but it's like rug videos. I'll be watching rug cleaning. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of those, and that's pretty much it. I'm just scrolling and just looking at stuff. Some things about relationships, you know, just random videos.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. You heard me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Now let me say that again. Daddy wounds. Just in case nobody haven't heard me say it in the beginning, daddy wounds is an emotional hurt from father or father figure absence or inconsistency. For example, me. I grew up without my dad. So therefore, people will say that I have daddy wounds, which I don't. I do not care that that man was not in my life. I'm not hurt by it. I don't feel no type of way about it. None of that. Yes, in the beginning, yes, but now I don't. It doesn't affect me. Okay? If I'm being honest. It does not affect me. This doesn't mean you're broken, though. It means your heart learned early what love looked like. If love felt inconsistent growing up, your body might make mistakes your body might mistake inconsistency for normal. And that's not really good in a sense. So, low self-worth. Self-worth means how valuable you believe you are, right? If deep down you feel like you gotta earn love, you will accept people like who make you work too hard for it. And that's not the wave. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. I used to like overgive in relationships. I did. I'm talking about with feelings, with emotions, with money, with anything. I used to buy any guy that I was with. I used to buy them whatever they wanted. I used to buy the hotel rooms. I used to take them on dates. I used to show them so much love. I used to be lovable, clingy. I was doing it all. Like, I'm talking about overgive in every aspect. Not because I was so loving, but because I was low-key scared if I didn't, they'd leave. I felt like if I didn't, they would cheat on me. I felt like if they didn't, I wouldn't feel loved. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, I'm gonna be honest. It all backfired in my face because look, I'm not with any of them now. Not at all. Waste of money, waste of time, waste of energy, waste of years, waste of all of that. I know. The day before yesterday, I think it was the night before last, you had to do that and you got irritated because you kept dying. But you got it. Dang. Huh? You got it. All right. So that's that. Like, okay. Fear of being alone. Now, this is for a lot of people. A lot of people are only in relationships right now, even relationships that they don't want to be in, because they are scared of being alone. Literally. It's a lot of people out here in this world right now as we speak, laying in the bed right now with somebody they don't love, with somebody they don't want to be with. Why? Because they are scared of being alone. I don't understand why we're built like that, but it's a lot of people out there right now that's with somebody that they really don't want to be with, but they're with them just because they're scared of being alone. And it's sad. Some people don't stay because their relationship is good, right? They stay because the silence of being alone feels louder. You're with that person because you feel like if you're alone, you're going to feel lonely and you're going to be like, dang. You get to thinking about them. You get to think about other people in their relationships and how they're happy and all of that. And you just like, dang, I just feel like I'm not good enough for nobody. You know, you get to overthinking. You get to being in your head. That ain't the wave, y'all. We got to stop. We just got to work on our minds. That's why mental health plays a major part in our lives. Literally, mental health plays a major part because your mental has to be right for any situation that you're in, relationship, life, family, situations, anything. Your mindset have to be right for all of those things. You have to have that mindset. That's mental. That's your mental. If your mental is not right, everything could go haywire. Your life could go haywire. Everything could go downhill. Any type of relationship, anything that you do in life, it could go downhill. Why? Because your mind, your mindset, your mental is not right. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So, for it, you know, wanted to fix people, which I said before, you cannot do that. People will change for themselves. They won't. Some people will change. Okay, I'm gonna use mine in my relationship, like me and my man, for example. This man he's a sweetheart. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He's a sweetheart, but he have his ways. And sometimes he, you know, got a little disrespectful. And he was like, I'm not gonna do it again. I promise you I'm not gonna do it again. Because I said I was gonna leave him. And he said, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna do it again. And he was like begging me to stay, right? So I was like, okay, I'll give you another chance. No, he did not cheat or anything. It was just that, you know, he got verbally abusive a little bit. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll give you another chance. And he was telling me, I will change. I will change. Like anything you want me to change, I will change it. I won't disrespect you no more. I will change for you just because I don't want to lose you. I said, okay. And y'all, he actually did it. So in that sense, people will change for who they want to change with or for. People will change for who they want to change for. Then you got some, that means that they actually in love and they actually want to be with that person. Then you got some that says, okay, you can't change me. I mean, you gonna either love me for me or not love me at all. Like, what? I do love you for you, but I'm not gonna sit here and allow you to. Yeah, I don't know that one. That jump moving in slow motion in the air. They're supposed to give you those type of controls to let you know. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Okay, but yeah, like I explained in that situation, you don't want a partner, you want a project. And I already explained that one to y'all as well. So, let's see. What we're going to talk about next. Let me see. Alright, I'm going to tell y'all a story something. Let me tell y'all about this girl that I know, okay? She meets boy. He love bombs heavy. Texting her all day, calling her beautiful, future talking, and then he starts to reply very slowly. Like he started falling back. He stopped planning dates. Their energy changed. So it's like he started off good. That's how a lot of relationships are. They start off good and then they switch up and then they just be the complete opposite. What did she do? She chased him. She chased him, begging him, pleading with him, like literally trying to change this man. He pulls back. And guess what? The cycle repeated, and it's literally still repeating. About, let me see, 4 or 5 years now. Yeah, literally, probably 6. Somewhere in that area. It's still going on. Like the cycle is still going. It's repeating over and over and over, year for year for year. Like, she's allowing this man to disrespect her on so many levels. And I just, I had got to the point to where I just stopped talking, and I was like, girl, I'm not gonna say nothing else. If that's what you want to deal with, cool. If you like it, I love it. It is what it is. All right, so love bombing. Love bombing, is overwhelming someone with attention early to create fast attachment. That's love bombing. Consistency over time tells the truth, not intensity at the beginning. Wait, you talking about how to make it go fast?
Yeah, I mean, it's stuck in one spot.
Are you hitting like the back buttons?
I'm hitting the button I use to drive vehicles with, everything.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, because I'm sure you probably pressed every button on that controller. Hold on, I got you. I'm gonna look it up. All right, y'all. I hate it, but I'm gonna have to end my live right here. I might come back. I don't know yet, but I gotta end my live here because my man needs me. But I'll holler at y'all